Hey everybody, so today I'm going to show you how to make that synth, which is from the song, well, W&W's collaboration with Armin Van Buuren. The song is called D Sharp Fat. The synth is on my third refill pack, but if you don't have it, I will show you how to make it. So if you go ahead and create a combinator and put a 4 synthesizer in there. Sorry, I got a cough. So yeah, 4 synthesizer, make sure the patch is initialized, and then we're gonna put on oscillator 1 and 3. I don't know why I did 1 and 3 and not 1 and 2, but I'm just following what I done before. So oscillator 1, leave as a sawtooth, but put the octave up to 5 and bring the tune down to -14. And for oscillator 3, we're going to bring it to a triangle waveform, and we're going to leave it at oscillator 4, and this time we're going to tune it up to 11, so there's a bit of width going on here. If you turn filter 1's frequency all the way up, res all the way down, leave it on 24 type 2, we're going to bring the drive up to 78, and then we're going to enable oscillator 3 to here. And then if you create a state variable, no, sorry, that's a lie, create a comb filter in filter 2, put it on comb minus, only, sorry, what did I, yeah, only route oscillator 1 to this one and turn it on here. The frequency for this is gonna be 317 Hertz, and the res you're gonna want up at 22, and we're gonna bring the drive down a little bit to 53, so there's more of filter 1 coming through than filter 2. So now if we go to the mixer, change the 1-2 balance to 28 and bring oscillator 3 volume down to -15.6. Excuse me. So now we move on to the amp envelope. If you bring the tack all the way down, the decay you're going to want about 1.17 seconds, sustain all the way up, and then the release you're going to want at 45 milliseconds. I'm going to turn on the delay, tempo sync it, going to bring it to 5/16. The feedback you're going to want down at 40. Bring the mod amount all the way down, and the dry wet you're going to want to bring down to about 8. And then filter 3, we're going to create a state variable. We put it on high pass, bring the frequency all the way down, and the drive you're going to want up to 78, and you can use this as just a high pass filter. It's more of an effect. Just play something there, see what happens. So it can be quite good to automate that throughout the song, so I'm just going to bring the delay down a bit to 3. Alright, so that is everything for the synth, but now we're going to start processing this to make it sound a lot beefier and better. So create a vocoder, bring it down to 4 bands, make sure you turn it to equalizer, and then just touch up the bottom band level 1, and put the shift all the way up. And then we're going to add an equalizer, turn on all the parameters. So for the low shelf, we are going to push up the frequency to around 347.8. Gain, I'm going to bring up to about 3.7, we'll leave the Q where it is, and then param 1 going to bring down to about 369. We're going to bring this down to around 3.1, and I'm going to leave the Q where it is. And then for parameter 2, we're going to increase it to around about 3.7 kilohertz. The gain we're going to bring up to around 4.6, and we'll bring the Q down a bit to 3.5, and I'm going to bring the high shelf down to around 5 kilohertz. Bring up the decibels to about 2.6, a little bit more. 2.9 will do, and bring the Q all the way down. Then we're going to create a compressor, M-class compressor. Let's touch up the input gain a little bit to about 3.2. Threshold we're going to bring down to about 10.2. The ratio about 2/1. Then the attack we're going to leave where it is, and the release we're going to bring down to about 132. Now we're just going to touch up the output gain a bit to around 1.3. And then finally, what I'm going to do is add a couple of reverbs, starting with a gated reverb, RV7. Bring the size down to -43. The decay you're going to want a 63. Actually, I don't think that really matters with the gated reverb algorithm. Ignore that. The damp you're going to want a 45, and the dry wet 19. And then the last thing we're going to do is create an RV7000 advanced reverb. The decay you're going to want around 48. The high frequency damp, leave where it is. Leave the high EQ where it is. Bring the dry wet down to about 32. You're going to change it to arena. Make the size 48.5. Leave that at 127. Going to bring left delay to 40 milliseconds. The right delay going to want at 90 milliseconds. And then stereo level at 2.9. Mono delay, leave where it is. Mono level at -8.9. And then if you enable the EQ here, and then click on the EQ here, we want to cut out some of the lows to get rid of some of those muddy frequencies. So bring it down to -7, sorry. And we're just going to bring that up to about 192 Hertz, and then we're going to cut some higher frequencies. So if you bring it down to -2.5, push it up to 4416 Hertz, and that's it. So let's see what we got. Sounded pretty good to me. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll speak to you next time.